Oops. Oopsie daisy. Oops.
Oops.
Why are you so antisocial? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you staying on the basketball court so much? Because I'm trying to get it. Why are you out there practicing in the hot sun when ain't nobody else out there? Because I'm trying to get it.
Storm. Storm.
Why is this name so hard? How the fuck did you come up with this name, Yeet?
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of just like some high shit.
Storm.
Swift on the beat. Swift on the beat.
Welcome back to another Thursday night football live stream. I am your host with the most, B.Herbo. I got my brother from another mother, RodMan, and we are going to talk Dolphins, Vikings, live stream updates with the game right now, and everything you need to know getting ready for your football Sunday. RodMan, what's going on, baby?
Bro, I'm doing great, man. I'm watching what is looking like it's turning into another stinker on Thursday Night Football, man. But I'm doing great, man. You know what I'm saying? Just got off work a little bit ago, but I'm ready to go, bro. I'm ready to
bro, they can't. Amazon is rolling over in their grave. Jeff Bezos is rolling over in his grave right now, bro. He did not pay $3 billion for this, man. First, you got the Denver Broncos and the Colts, and then now you got the Carson Wentz and the Bears. Man, let me tell you about Carson Wentz, man. I've never seen this. Ron Rivera is a man of pride. Ron Rivera is a man of class. Ron Rivera is a man of faith. They asked Ron Rivera, bro, what is the main problem with your team? Ron Rivera said, it's our quarterback. I've never seen
Bro, but
I've never seen a head coach do that ever. And he's on national television right now. That man that Ron Rivera hates with his entire soul is on national television, stinking it up right now, man. Hey, go ahead, bro.
Bro, I mean, but can you blame him, Herb?
Absolutely.
Like you mentioned it 2 shows ago, bro. When Carson Wentz throws a pick, he throws back-breaking interceptions, dude. Like, they were driving with an opportunity to win that game. And he just throws one of the worst picks you'll ever see and completely deflates and destroys any chance they had of coming back. Like, Ron Rivera had enough. He's seen enough, bro.
Well, hold on. We got some comments right now, man. Shout out to my man. I am Ayo Blood, my brother from another mother. Yes, the beat do be slapping. and another one, and he bought the swap shop. Yes, the Washington Commanders, Ron Rivera did buy. They went to the swap shop. They went to the swap meet. They went bargain bin hunting. Bargain bin hunting. You feel me? They went outside. There was a little swap meet outside. What's the thing? The garage sale. They went outside. They got a garage sale. Quarterback for $5. They thought it was a deal that they couldn't pass up, and now look what they got to deal with, dog. So yes, man. But we'll get to that. We will periodically check into the game, bro. But we are here for the Dolphins. This is the Dolphin podcast. Obviously, we talk about everything else. We talk about the Cowboys and NFL as a whole, but the focus of this is the Dolphins, man. So let's get right into it, man. So topic number one, we got Dolphins and Vikings, bro. And let me tell you about this game. And it's funny. Our good homeboy, Ayo Blood, is on right now watching. Shout out for watching. Thank you. We appreciate that. But we were talking about we were actually talking about a game to go to before the season. We were like, all right, what game will we go to that's cheap to go to a Dolphins game? Bills, Dolphins, that was waxing. Pittsburgh, Dolphins, super waxing. I don't know why. Pittsburgh travels. But then we saw Dolphins, Vikings. It's like $30 to get in. Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. Not anymore. The Dolphins end up being good. Vikings end up being decent, bro. So we said, you know what? We're not going to go to that game, but we're going to talk about that game now. So, Rod, the floor is yours. How do you feel about your team going into this game, brother?
Well, you know, when you think about the circumstances, I mean, we're going into the game with our third-string quarterback and Skylar Thompson, and you know that I would be lying if I said I felt good about this game. But when you look at the X's and O's, there are things about this matchup that are actually in our favor. So when I was doing research for the game, one of the things I found out is because you know we don't get a chance to watch all the games. We're working, man. You're a father, you know. I work a lot. So, and then we do the podcast, so we don't get a chance to watch every game. We get a chance to watch a lot of the games. But Kirk Cousins is not really good against the blitz. I was looking at it. Cousins this season is 21 of 44 for 185 yards, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Guess what our strength is on defense? The Dolphins are a blitz-happy defense. Xavier Howard, he said he's playing. So on the defensive side of the ball, I actually think we fared pretty well against them. People might say, okay, they got Dalvin Cook, and you know he is one of the better running backs in football. But the Dolphins are 8th in the league in yards per carry surrendered. We outside of the Jets game, we've actually done a pretty decent job with the run. So I think our defense matches up really well with the Vikings. I know the final score of the Jets game, we were down. We ended up losing 40-17. The Jets scored 21 points in the fourth quarter off of Dolphins' offensive miscues. Our defense held it down, held them to 19 points for 3 quarters. So our defense at times has played pretty well, has had good stretches. The one thing I would say is our pass rush hasn't been as good as we'd like, but we can completely, you know, we can complement that with you know, sending different blitz packages. And Kirk Cousins hasn't fared well against the blitz. Xavier Howard will definitely be matching up with Justin Jefferson. And man, let me tell you something. Justin Jefferson has been putting boys in a body bag. Outside of Darius Slay, who put a lock and chain on him, that boy has been a serial killer on the field. But I think Xavier Howard could probably do a pretty decent job on him.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you about that though. Like, let's talk about that, bro. Because the NFL, man, it's a lot about X's and O's and all that stuff, bro. But as fans, bro, the people who don't get paid, like, we're not the Uber nerds, bro. We here for the matchups, bro. So that's one of the matchups. I want to see JJ versus X. I want to know who's going to win, mano y mano. Kevin O'Connell is moving Justin Jefferson all over the field, so he's very hard to get a beat on. He's literally doing he's doing what Cooper Kupp did. He's a better player than Cooper Kupp is, bro, which is why he's dominating right now. So how do you feel about that matchup, that interpersonal matchup, Rod?
You know what? I feel pretty good about it, man, because I'll tell you what. I mean, Stephon Diggs didn't do anything special when the Bills came to town, and he had Josh Allen throwing to him. So I think X has a good chance of slowing Justin Jefferson down. I'm not saying he's gonna lock him up, you know, hold him to like 2 catches, but I don't think Justin Jefferson is gonna be running around free all game long. Like he has been tearing up secondaries, bro. And our secondary has had its issues, But with X back in the mix, dude, that's gonna be a huge boost. Definitely, dog. But there's another side of the ball too. So we are starting our third string quarterback, Skylar Thompson, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
Wait. You telling me Teddy Bridgewater slipped and fell, and he hit a Humpty Dumpty, bro. He broke it, bro. You can't put it back together again, bro. What's going on, bro? He didn't even get hurt. Why is he missing another game, dog? What is
you know
this?
what? I mean, there's a few Dolphins fans in the fandom that have the conspiracy theory that the coaches knew. They were just like, Skylar might just be better than Teddy. Like, he just might be a better option than Teddy at this point. Because, dude, like, they say it's an elbow and he's going through concussion protocol and all that. Who knows, right? Maybe he is Humpty Dumpty, right? But, I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, look, Skylar Thompson last week, he didn't have that good of a game, but that's to be expected. Like, I don't think anybody was expecting this guy to hop off the bench and throw, 300 touchdowns and 300 yards and 4 touchdowns, right? Like, I mean, Tom Brady is Tom Brady for a reason. Like, 6 round, 7 round picks aren't great. Like, there's a reason they were picked that low.
This is
but
true.
The difference this week, though, and I'll say this: the one positive we had last week was the fact that we got the run game going. Raheem Mostert, 113 yards. Chase Edmonds, man, I just gotta say this for a second, man. You gotta tighten up, bro. Like, this man was terrible last game. Like, dude, 2 horrific drops. Like, Chase Edmonds, dog. Like, he had a horrific drop in the Thursday night game when Tua put it in your hands. He handed it to you 5 yards away. You gotta do better. But the running game got going, and I think McDaniel is gonna lean on that because he's gonna have to be conservative with third string quarterback. The thing is, when you have your third string quarterback, your playbook is completely limited. You can't do everything you want to do. So I do think we're going to get a heavy dose of the run. And the Vikings aren't that great against the run, actually. So I think we actually can fare well. And Skylar Thompson, they said he was the starter early in the week. So at the end of the day, he has reps with the starters. They have a game plan for him. It's not like him just being thrown in there in the game plan. Like, think about this. We had 10 days to prepare against the Jets on offense. And Teddy Bridgewater goes down in the first play, bro. Game plan out the window. just I'm talking Hail Mary, bro. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, now we have we have a plan for Skylar. And the advantage we have is that the Vikings ain't got no tape on them. They don't know, Tua has little tells and tendencies, and he has certain play designs and concepts that fit him. They don't, like, with Skylar, it's a complete unknown. And I do think Mike McDaniel, I think he's shown, at least through the first 4 weeks, if you look at his offense just objectively, just look at the offense, guys are, he has an answer on almost every play. So, if Skylar if they can find plays where Skylar can find those answers, the Dolphins have a pretty good shot at home in the heat. These boys are in Minnesota. They play in a dome. They don't play outside that much. And that Miami Heat ain't nothing to mess with. You saw how the Bills complained about it when they lost. So, even though just because of Skylar, I feel iffy, as a whole, the team, we have a pretty good shot against the Vikings. I feel like,
yeah, Humpty Dumpty. Yes, Humpty Dumpty. That's what I'm going to call him, bro.
That's my blood. That's who Teddy is,
I'm calling him Humpty Dumpty with dreads, bro. That's his new name, bro. That's what I'm calling Teddy, bro. Humpty Dumpty.
Humpty Dumpty.
All right, so give me a prediction, man. What do you think the score is going to be, bro?
Well,
don't pussyfoot it, Rod. Be gangster, dog. I don't want that pussy.
It's not that.
Be gangster, man.
I'm just thinking about. This is my problem right now.
Okay.
For whatever reason, dog, the universe for the last 25 years has created this weird, just unwritten law, but it's out there. The energy is there. The Dolphins must be 500, dog. For whatever reason, we have to be an average team. I want you to think about this. I got 2 examples for you right now. I don't even have to go back. I got 2 examples for you right now. Last season, we started the season 1-7, and we go on a 7-game win streak, my dude. A 7-game win streak to finish 9-8. We had to be 500. This season,
Hey.
we got off to a real 3-0 start.
Hey, the
beat
funny
the
thing
Ravens.
about it, hold on, not to cut you off because you cooking. I don't want to ruin the
Go
moment,
ahead,
bro.
dog. Say your piece, bro. Say your piece, dog.
Bruh, the competition committee, they didn't make it a 17-game season because they wanted more money. They made it a 17-game season because they were tired of the Dolphins being 500, bro. They were like, the Dolphins would never be 500 again. Either they're going to be above 500 or below. We're tired of this. We're tired of this. And they made a 17th game.
Bruh. Dude, it's incredible, dog. And,
Oh,
bro,
my God.
think about this season, dog. The Dolphins are get off to our realest 3-0 start since the Dan Marino era, bro. We beat two good teams in the Patriots. For what it's worth, they're actually not that bad. They're in the middle of the league at least compared to some of these other
which
teams.
is impossible to me, bro. But they find a way, bro. They like cockroaches, man.
they
can't get rid of them, man. You can step on them. Yeah, go ahead. You can step on them. You can throw bleach on them bastards. They just gonna keep coming back, man. They gonna keep coming back, man.
Yo.
Go on, bro.
Nah, man. I mean, the Patriots, but I mean, looking at that though, you know, the Dolphins got off to a good start. But what happens? The Dolphins finally get a competent coach. The quarterback gets hurt, dog. We had to lose Tua, bro. And of course, we lose Tua. It wouldn't shock me one bit. Game, but you know what? I'm gonna have faith in the D. I'm gonna have faith in Skyler. That's right, Skyler. You had some people, a very minority of people, calling for you. So let's see what you can do with a full week of practice with the starters, with Tyreek back, with Jalen Waddle, with Cedric Wilson back, who actually hasn't played in the early games. Dude, like you got weapons, bro. You got Gesicki. The running game is gonna be going for you. Let's see what you can do, Skyler. The Dolphins shocked the Vikings with their third string quarterback, 24-17 in a freaking showdown in Miami.
I like it. See, that's what I like. I don't want none of that tippy toe. I don't know. Nah, man.
I'm riding
Dolphins
with my boys,
win,
Herb. Listen, we're a good team this year. Listen, we might be 500 because of the universe, but we're a good team.
Absolutely. All right. So what we're gonna do, I want to lightly touch on the Dan Snyder stuff, and then we're gonna take an intermission, and then we're gonna come back to the Dan Snyder because we do have some guests on this live stream. We got two homies, so we're gonna talk NFC South, the Bucs, all that good stuff. So let's lightly touch on the Dan Snyder report, right? So this is a bomb. Reports like this don't just drop on the lap of a Thursday. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Dan Snyder, who is the shadow owner of the Washington Commanders, he's already in shadow. Like they said he can't be around the team, bro. His wife is running the team. Like obviously he's still in control. So whatever, right? That's neither here nor there. But yes, Dan Snyder, Washington Commanders owner, shadow owner, whatever you want to call him. He just said, I'm going balls out. I'm going ballistic. Y'all want my team? Y'all gonna have to pry it off of my dead body. I'm taking people with me. What's from Snowfall, bro? What's my man name, dog? Is it what's his name, bro? Main character.
I know Frank. No,
Franklin.
Frank.
What my man say? Bodies, 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 bodies. He's taking everybody with him. He wants everybody. Man. He said I got dirt on Jerry Jones, and you know he do, bro. Jerry Jones got dirt on himself. Ooh, he said I got dirt on Roger. I got dirt on all of that. I got dirt on every
dude. Listen, that's what I want. Roger, you got dirt on Roger. Hey, I hear you. I want to hear.
See, listen, bro. When he initially got his punishment, right? I think it was he's no longer allowed to be around the team, and I think it was a $10 million fine for what was deemed a toxic work culture. You know, they had the whole situation where they had the private trips and they had the cheerleaders pose topless. Like, it was crazy, right? So everybody was like, how did this man not lose his team? We just seen Robert Sarver of the Phoenix Suns lose his team for the same thing. Well, he didn't really lose his team. He got suspended. Similar stuff, right? But he sold his team. Everybody's like, how did Dan Snyder survive this? And why didn't they actually show any of the evidence? Why did they shelve the evidence? Why did they hide everything? Make it seem like they were hiding. And because it's the truth. Like, they know that this dude has stuff on them. None of these owners want to leave. None of these owners want to be in this position because they all got bodies in the closet. They all got skeletons. So the written rule is you don't come for us, we won't come for you. You know what I'm saying? We'll have a Mexican standoff, bro. That's what they all do all the time, right? They have a Mexican standoff. But I see this as an opportunity for all these owners to do something that they've been trying to do for years, which is get Dan Snyder up out the paint because he's a cheap bastard. The man doesn't want to get a new stadium. He has the worst profit sharing because he offers the lease and he's getting an equal cut like all other 31 other owners. So that pisses them off. He doesn't want to fix his field. He has poop coming down on his customers, bro. Like it's awful. It's awful. And they're losing money. They're losing out on money because he can't get a new stadium built. Jerry Jones got a new stadium built. Mike Davis, or I should say Mark Davis, who's not even rich. Mark Davis is not even a billionaire. He's worth $500 million. He is literally considered a peasant to all the other owners. They laugh at him. He got a new stadium for the Las Vegas Raiders. Right. Minnesota got a new stadium. Stephen Ross just did renovations to his stadium. This is the only guy that doesn't want to actually put the work in to make the league even more profitable than it actually is. So they don't like him. They've been looking for a way to get him out. And he sees that they're trying to out him. He sees that they're trying to maneuver his way out of the league entirely. And my dog said, I'm not going for it. Y'all coming with me, bro. Jerry, come here.
My dog said, you ain't usurping my power. Fuck that. Like,
so,
it ain't happening.
So how do you feel about that? How does that make you feel?
Well,
do you find that hilarious like I do? Because he did call it, and I quote, the NFL is a mafia. That's his own words, bro.
Bro, dude, I mean, it's a fact, though. And here's the thing. Like I told you pre-show, when I first heard about the news, it sounded so crazy to me that I thought it was fake. Because, nowadays you don't know what's real. But now upon, doing a little further research and seeing that he actually doing this, I'm just interested in seeing how it really unfolds. It's hilarious. The NFL just always finds a way to have these weird dramas, and Dan Snyder is the perfect person for this. And
he really is.
The Commanders, and I'm talking to the fans here. You guys should be a little happy because maybe you might have some change because that bad energy that Snyder just brings with him, that he has, that the lack of effort that he puts into the actual franchise, things like that could weigh a franchise down. And the Redskins, for what it's worth, they're not like the Browns. They're not like the Lions. They're not like teams who never had success. They're like the Dolphins, actually. They're a team who in the early decades, they were a very successful franchise. So, sometimes when you need to change, a culture change, it starts with ownership. With that being said, listen, man, Snyder, spill all the tea, bro. Go down. Listen, I want Daniel Snyder to go down swinging.
Listen, I got the article up. And like I said, when we come back from the intermission, we would dive into that a little bit deeper towards the end of the show. But before we go to intermission, what we're about to do in a little bit, this is one of the things that just makes me laugh, bro. This is a quote from the article, bro. It says, the NFL has its league fall meetings, or its fall league meetings in New York on Tuesday. There are currently no plans to vote on removing Dan Snyder from ownership. The ESPN reported Snyder will fight to have the team, even if the club owners have the 24 vote to get him out, bro. And this is a direct quote from Dan Snyder, bro. And I'm gonna look at the camera. I'm gonna put myself on solo, man. We'll put myself on solo for this one, dog. Dan Snyder said, "They can't F with me." That's a quote, Rodney. Dan Snyder told the other 31, his other 31 co-workers, "You can't F with me, bro." This man is incredible, dog. Shout out to Dan Snyder, man. That man is a gangster, man. That dog is a gangster, man. That man is a gangster. Shout out to the God, man. Shout out to Danny S, man.
Hey, listen. My man's doing his best John Gotti impression, man. You know what I'm saying? They're asking that man to swear his hand on the Bible. He's like, what do I look like, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Nah, this is crazy though. Nah, this is crazy though. All jokes aside, I know we having a good time with it because this is a hilarious story, but this is legitimately crazy that this is going on. And it doesn't even seem like people even understand or care. Like
The
the
gravity of it,
NFL
yeah.
is so good at making you not think something serious that's incredibly serious. This is ridiculous.
Right.
Like, this is something that could break the entire NFL, bro. And what are we doing? We're more concerned with the Commanders and Bears right now, bro. Shout out to the NFL, man. True mafia shit, man. Shout out to the mafia, man. Shout out to the mafia, man. They know what they're doing, man. All right, so man, we're gonna take a little break, man. We're gonna go to intermission, man. So we'll be back in a little bit. right, whatever. We'll catch it back. All right, real quick. Update. I'm not watching the game, but what's the score of the game right now, guys?
Oh, Herb.
0-0.
Nah, you lying, bro. Impossible.
0-0,
Impossible. It can't be a double goose egg, bro. Not 2 weeks in a row, bro. Not 2 weeks in a row, dog.
Now, I mean, but you know what? It only makes sense, right? Because just about majority of the teams that have played on Thursday night, maybe with the exception of the Chiefs and the Chargers. Outside of that game, like even the Bills and Rams game was, first game of the season, it was sloppy, but they had the whole, it was the first week of football for them, so it wasn't that bad. But all the true Thursday night games, like I think we not us, I just think people underestimate how much it takes for these players. Like a lot of these guys don't really feel recovered until like Friday. So you're asking them to go into a game when they haven't fully recovered. Coaches haven't had time to really go through game plans, practice. So you're just going to get the worst possible brand of football. And when you have two teams who are as offensively challenged as the Bears, and well, I mean, the Redskins are just a weird team because they put up points. They just don't ever put up enough points to win. So that's a different problem entirely.
They're the Commanders now.
Oh, man, my bad. Commanders.
Gotta watch it.
My bad, Commanders. I'm an old school football fan. Sorry, y'all.
No, the Commanders sound like a team that, like your team in Madden franchise, like they changed to. It's like, it doesn't sound like a real team anyway, so it's hard to adapt to.
Okay, man. Man, listen, we ain't here. We not gonna talk about the Commanders, bro. We ain't gonna talk about that terrible team, man. We are here to talk about the Buccaneers, man. So we got the two Tampa Bay boys in the building, man. I'm outnumbered. I got all the FSU fans on here right now, bro. I got two Buccaneers fans on here, bro. Both of those teams suck. So how does it feel? Like, how does it feel to root for two terrible teams, man? How does it feel, man? Y'all. That's what y'all chose. Don't look at me. That's what you chose, bro. Like, that's your life.
Terrible teams.
Yeah. FSU is terrible. FSU is terrible. Don't act like FSU ain't bad.
Compared to
They're
him.
not.
Compared to the rest of the college football. Like, you know what?
No.
I'll say this. It is a bad year entirely. There's no dominant team in college football this year.
How about we say this?
What's up?
I've been to a college game, and on top of that, I watch Saturdays. Nobody in this top 25 is solidified. Nobody.
Okay, let's go.
There's
Let's stay there. Let's stay there.
Especially in the ACC.
Let's stay there.
Who's dominant in the ACC?
No. Let's stay there because I was joking. I don't pay attention to college, but you guys all SU fans. That's kind of a connected point that we all have as college sports. You know what I'm saying? We all lived in Tallahassee for a stint. I don't know about you, James. You lived there. You lived there too, James. Yeah, we all lived in Tallahassee. So that's that. You guys are huge FSU fans. We all live there. So how do y'all feel about the state of FSU right now? Go ahead, Greg. Like you were already talking.
Honestly, our running backs. Our secondary can definitely step it up, but I'll help on the outside linebackers with better coverage linebackers. But our front seven dominant.
James.
Greg's right about the running backs. We already had like this two-headed monster in Trayshawn Ward and what's the other dude's name? Lawrence Toafili, I think it is. But then we get this kid from Oregon, not Cedric Benson, but maybe it's Cedric Benson, but his last name is Benson. And they're the three of them combined in the first game. Each of them got 100 yards in the first game of the season. They're each a very capable running back, 100% on their own. So aside from what we can do in the backfield, basically, without getting and breaking down every single, position group, Florida State is finally showing that they can play cohesively. They just aren't at the level where when it's really competitive and the game is on the line, that they're going to still play sharp, smart football. because they haven't had years in a program like this. Because I don't think up until this year they've had a whole team that buys in to the program. And so finally you can see on the field, you can see like the proper blocks, the proper reads, with that major exception of being the exact last play of the last game where Florida State was in a position to win it and the wide receiver made the complete wrong read and cost us the game. Regardless,
and we do have
Florida
two
State,
NFL wide
you're
receivers.
starting to see them finally turn that corner from being a they're not that good, they don't have it together, to a team that actually does have it together.
What you were saying, Greg?
I said we have two NFL wide receivers, number 14 and Pittman Jr.
Nah, you know what's crazy, bro? That can't be Michael Pittman's son, bro. There's not, bro. Like, we already got Asante Samuel Jr. in
It's
the
his
league.
brother.
Oh my god.
It's Michael Pittman. It's his brother. Michael
Okay,
Pittman
thank
Jr.'s
God.
brother.
I'll take that. I'll take it.
And the other dude that Greg mentioned, the other dude is 6'7".
Beast. Mike. He played like Mike Evans.
He does. He's not fast, but he grabs everything and he just sort of muscles through. He's like a slightly slower Mike Evans. Like, so he's like that. Honestly, he's kind of like at the NFL, I could see him being like a tight end wide receiver hybrid sort of thing. Like, he's big.
Guys, Pat Surtain's son is in his second year in the NFL. Asante Samuel's son is in his second year in the NFL.
Yep.
Frank Gore's son is in college right now.
And
Davenport.
You gotta think about it. It makes sense though. These
right.
Asante Samuel don't make sense.
veterans.
That means he had a kid when he was like 12 years old, man. Like, that don't make sense, man.
No.
That don't make
How
sense
long,
to me, man.
How long was he in the league?
It don't matter. I feel like he's like 2 years older than me, man. Like, there's no way.
Get
My
ready
oldest
for
is
the era
14.
where there's like 6 Cromarties in the league.
Yeah, we do got to look out for that. He got like 50 kids.
Yeah, he does.
So
all right.
Before we
Go
get
ahead.
off the topic of FSU, I do want to just make mention. You guys are more in tune with the team than I am. So for the past few years, FSU hasn't been so good. So I'm always hype early season, and then the game start, and this is the first season in a long time that had a real promising start. We finally got ranked in the top 25, and then we blew it against, I think it was NC State. And even though I was kind of disappointed at the time, I am happy in the direction in which the program is going. So we'll be better in the future, man. You know what I mean? We'll play out the rest of the season.
See, but the question is, why would they drop us out of the top 25 when we play NC State, who is ranked above us?
I mean, the committee is like, do they ever make sense, bro? Like, honestly.
Nope.
No, the committee hasn't made sense since the inception of the committee. The committee makes sense to make sure that SEC teams get in the playoffs. That's really the only thing that makes sense. So it is what it is, man. But let's go ahead and get the show back on the road, man. You guys are here because you guys are Bucs fans, and last week we did the AFC Outlook, but we wanted to have you guys on for the NFC Outlook. We want to talk about y'all division and NFC South. How do y'all feel about it? The Bucs right now are currently 3-2. Injuries have played a big part of that, but I want to get your perspective, like, how do real Bucs fans feel, man? So, I have one question though, Rod. I'm gonna ask these two super Bucs fans, James, GMOB. Is it time to worry about the Bucs?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Why is not? Because when I watch the Bucs, yes, Brady's still doing his thing, but it doesn't feel like the Bucs of 2 years ago. It don't even feel like the Bucs of last year. And granted, every team is different every year, but go ahead.
So since the 2 years ago, you got to think about it. One of our best old linemen that we had in years, Ali Marpet, retired. We got rid of our center. Now our freaking O-line is injured all across the board. Then you take away the fact that one of these games, our best wide receiver was Russell Gage.
That's rough. That's rough.
You know,
That's rough. That
Julio
is rough.
Jones is pulling a Richard Sherman, getting that free check right now. He played one game. He played good that one game though.
He did. He did.
But
I thought the TB12 workout changed his life, bro. What happened, dog? That shit was a farce.
Man, look, all I gotta say is, once the O-line get right, we straight. Brady just need a little time. We good. Now defense. Now, 1 week we look like we the number in the league. Patrick Mahomes, but golly, that was rough.
That was ugly though. It got ugly. Like it was bad.
Rough.
It was
My
rough.
man was
It was
surgical
rough.
on y'all boys.
Yeah, he was surgical.
He couldn't miss.
He went Peyton, bro. He went Peyton on y'all. Like if Patrick Mahomes getting his Peyton Manning bag, bro, like there's nothing you can do with him, dog. Like he's literally Michael Jordan on the football field, bro. You can't do nothing with him. So you just gotta leave that one alone. We're not even gonna count that game, bro. That happens. They were down 17-0 and won a game this past Monday, bro. Like that's just the Chiefs, bro. We're not even gonna count that game, bro. I'm more concerned with the fact that y'all couldn't put the Atlanta Falcons away. That's what concerned me. James, how do you feel about that?
So Greg's not wrong about injuries right now. We've been limping through with our wide receivers, and we know how big of a deal having the right wide receivers is to Brady. Brady always wants his guys there, and when he doesn't, you can see how different of his game was, without the right tight end in there, which, to that note, over the last 2 games, he started to get more and more of a rhythm with our rookie tight end, Phin Outta, which that's nice to see that, he might actually have a connection with one of these tight ends. Like Greg said, also, our defense looks really good, a game or two, and then all of a sudden, not so hot. One sign of hope, though, they have a lot pinned on Joe Tryon-Shoyinka. He was pretty quiet throughout the year. Last game against the Falcons, he was in Mariota's face the whole game. He got a sack. I think he had 1 or 2 tackles for loss. He was in that backfield the whole game. And it's like, okay, here we go. Because right now, the Bucs, the only flaw on the defense, really, like we're not using a guy or two. It's like Sean Murphy-Bunting was a starter last year. We have so many safeties. Antoine Winfield is our slot right now. He's a safety, and he's really good at it. He's amazing. But we're barely using Sean Murphy-Bunting. But if we have a team that passes all over the place, and we'll have a guy that's fresh, that's barely been used. So our defense is more versatile than it was in years past. But our edge right now is not what it's been in years past. That's the one area of the defense that's clearly worse. I do agree with everything else Greg was saying about the offense, though. It's going to come. I have faith. Brady's 3rd in the league right now in passing yards. If he stays like that and everybody gets healthy, I'm not too concerned. I will say I expected more out of the first few games of our offense, but it's nice like that we are 3-2 through such a tough schedule.
All right, quick update on the Thursday night football game because this is the Thursday night football live stream. It's just the game is so bad that we don't care. Hey, go ahead, Rod. Surprise me. Surprise me.
You ain't gonna believe this one,
nah,
bro. You ain't, bro. Trust me, dog.
You're not gonna say what? Nah.
Trust me, dog.
You're not finna say what I'm finna. What you finna say, Rod? What you finna say? Let me know.
Herb. The score of the game is 0-0.
Nah,
0-0.
man. Nah.
And they're almost at the 2-minute warning of the first half.
Rod.
Why?
Rob, say you put it on your mama, bro.
Bro, I put it on my mama, my sister. Yeah. Who else, bro? Like,
why?
Oh my God!
Why are they giving these teams these primetime games,
bro? But last year wasn't this bad though. Like, maybe I'm tripping. Last year Thursday night football games was lit. It wasn't like this.
Last year might have been like one of the best Thursday night football seasons, honestly.
Yeah, for sure. Like last Thursday felt like it was an extension, not just another game. You know what I'm saying? Like this is pathetic. To quote the great Shannon Sharp on CBS, bro, when he used to be an anchor on CBS, man, This game looking like it's going to be 0-0 overtime, dog. Oh, my goodness, man. Oh, my goodness, dog. This is a train wreck. This is a train wreck, man. Carson Wentz has 57 yards passing, and we're 2 minutes away from ending the first half. This is atrocious, bro.
To add to how atrocious this is,
I'm surprised
obviously we were having discussion and everything, but there was actually a possibility that they were going to break that 0-0, and then the Bears got stuffed on 4th and goal.
Yeah, well, of course, man. All right, so back to the Bucs, though. So okay, I'm gonna ask both of y'all. Panic meter 1 to 10. 1 mean no panic at all. 10 mean oh my god, like the roof is on fire. Greg, where you at? 1 to 10 on the panic meter.
Well, so I'm looking at the state of football as a whole.
Okay.
Outside of the NFC East, we ain't got nobody to worry about in the NFC. So once y'all beat each other up over there, it's gonna be one of y'all standing versus us. That's all I gotta say. Ain't no panic meter.
What this man talking about? Right?
Once it's time to go to the bowl, it's gonna be one of y'all over there versus us.
Right. Hey, go to Tampa. Do me a favor. Put gas in your car. Get on I-75. Go to Tampa and check on your homeboy. He sound crazy right now, bro. What this man talking about? What this man talking about?
Appreciate that. I don't think that's the answer to the question, but yes.
I mean, it does. So basically, okay. So you were 1.
Ain't no panic meter. I did.
So you were 1. So you were 0.
Meter.
So you were 0. So you were 0. All right.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Rod. Go ahead. I'm gonna let you get in, James. Go ahead.
Me or
no? Go ahead, Rod. I'm gonna let James get in after you. Yeah.
No, I just want to say, Pap. I'm gonna be honest though. I mean, I know you feel confident in the Bucs, but I mean, I'm gonna say that the Eagles and the Cowboys, at least, they got a formula for Brady, man. They got epic pass rushes, and your offensive line is not what it used to be.
What?
Yes, sir.
But what did I say? It's gonna be one of y'all.
No, we definitely putting 2 off in the playoffs. We definitely putting 2 in the playoffs. Stop it. We definitely getting 2 in the playoffs. We definitely getting 2. Y'all might not even make it.
It's a wrap.
Y'all might not even make it.
You
the way Atlanta Falcons on y'all ass, y'all might not even make it. Stop it, man. Come on.
A W is a W, brother.
Oh, come on, man. All right, James. 1 to 10, man.
Just know.
I'll put the.
My bad. Just know when Dak come back, y'all gonna be trash again.
All right. First of all, hold up, James. I'm so sorry because this is bothering me. Y'all remember Home Improvement, right? Y'all remember the man, his next door neighbor that you couldn't see his eyes just over the fence, bro. We need to see your face. You on stream, bro? What you doing, bro? Like this ain't Home Improvement, man.
That's a downgrade. Put the phone down.
This ain't the hood Home Improvement. There we go.
There we go.
Nothing with the Home Improvement reference.
There you go.
Hilarious, bro.
All right, James, 1 to 10, man. Where you at with the panic meter?
So as far as panic meter, like I'll put it like overall offense, defense, everything. Let's, I'll be even. I'm not super worried, but I'll put it at, let's say, a 3.
Okay.
Like I'll put it a 3 because there's things that you would expect to be super smooth and aren't, but outside of not super smooth, because let's be all real. Do we have like we have mediocre expectations for the Bucs? No, we got super high expectations for the Bucs. So what's happening right now is they're not operating here. Like when Brady's 3rd in the league in passing yards and the defense is one of the best in the league, that's good, but not good enough for these expectations. So when you take a few steps back and you go, let's compare the Bucs to the league, how the rest of the league is playing right now. The Bucs aren't playing amazing football right now. I'm not trying to say like, oh my God, like they're here. They're not here yet. And there are a few teams that are playing amazing football right now for sure. But I see a lot of teams that we would have expected to be good that aren't. Teams that I'm not confident are going to be good throughout the year. I'm not so sure that at the end of the year, like Greg was saying, like we're not going to be there and we won't be a much stronger team at that point. Simply because we are pretty injury ridden right now. And, at a later time when we're healthier, I think that'll be a very different story.
But see, my thing is like, what's healthy for the Bucs though? Because like, who's not coming back? Like, I don't see your O line getting
Ryan Jensen.
substantially. Okay, well, other than Ryan Jensen, who is the team going to get substantially better? Is the defense going to get substantially better?
I didn't say nothing about the defense.
The defense, the only thing I could say that was we aren't stopping the run as well as we should be. And Akeem Hicks has been hurt almost like from the start, and he was expected to play a big role on the D-line.
Now, what you were saying, Greg? Now, the funny thing, Greg, he did the opposite, bro. At first, he was like, all eyes. Now, y'all only getting the mouth, man. My man playing 4D chess right now, bro.
Bro,
man, we playing checkers. He playing chess, man. This man is ahead of the game, dog. He changing the streaming game right now, man. There you go, right there. Right there, G-Mob, right there. No. Let G-Mob in. Let G-Mob. He was about to say something. Go ahead, pal.
Man, you threw me off, man. Go ahead, Rod.
Nah, I just want to say it must be like I lived in Massachusetts for a few years, so I got a chance to be around people who had Tom Brady as a quarterback. And it's just so fascinating to me, like the confidence, the hope, the security that Tom Brady is truly the godfather of football, because he can go to any team. Like, y'all feel so good because he got Brady, and I don't blame you because his first year he won a championship. Against
wrong.
That's
the defense helps, but you're not wrong.
Was ride or die for Jameis.
Yeah, y'all build different, man. Like
I like, let's keep it real.
Nah,
let's
you for real though. You
like we roll, bro.
No. I'm saying y'all roll hard for Jameis, man. Yeah, y'all roll hard for Jameis.
You're Florida State though, like
bro. We roll hard for Josh Freeman at one point, bro. Let's keep it real.
No. I'm not saying that now y'all not real fans or anything. What I'm saying is that I'm like, Tom Brady gives you a secure, like, you have expectations. Like, for the longest prior to Tom Brady, you might have had high expectations. But like, what were the expectations of the Bucs? Right?
Always.
Well, this year,
honestly, back then it was
this year.
Back then it was just to at least win the division. Let's keep it 100. I just want to win the division.
You know, but with Tom Brady, I'm just saying this is I know I've seen this before. Like, if I'm saying it's nice, bro. Y'all glowing, bro. That's what I'm saying. Y'all got that Brady glow, dog.
Nah, so I want to ask you again, G-Mob, right? But to piggyback off what Rod was saying, because I don't want it to be confused to people who's watching. You know what I'm saying? Rod was saying that y'all have a higher self of security because of Tom Brady, and you were saying we always ride. But do you agree with Rod? Do you feel like when you got Tom Brady, you like, man, we good. We got Tom Brady. We good at the end of the day. All we need is what we need, which is everything that he needs to function. If he has that, we straight. Is that true? Is that how you feel?
Of course. Any team would. Like, if we would have had Patrick Mahomes, I would feel the same way. If we would have had Aaron Rodgers, I would feel the same way. It's just a certain caliber quarterback that you just feel that way no matter what. Like, do you feel confident in your quarterback? You know, it's just certain. It's not really a question. It's just me.
I thought this was an interrogation, bro. I was about to say, why you asking me that? Why you asking me that? You interrogating me, dog? You about to put me on blast, bro?
No,
man,
I'm just saying in general. It's
nah,
I know.
I got you.
Like, look at tonight's game. None of them teams, no matter who they are, those fans, they know they're not going to the bowl.
Ooh, Carson was almost threw a pick as he said that too, bro. God, see, perfect timing, bro. See, he would almost throw a pick.
They know they're not going to the bowl. They just hoping that they get a nice little draft pick for next year. They already thinking about the draft. Me, I got to think about the draft in a sense. So it's like, okay, where do we keep our pieces? Because we have a nice offense. We just got to, everybody know this Brady last year. So it's like, yeah, you got that security, but at the same time, you know, the ride gonna end after a while. We just gotta hope our next quarterback could, you know, fulfill that slot.
To be honest, as far as that whole next quarterback thing goes, I don't want to speculate too much, but with this whole Giselle divorce thing, Brady might be playing for a few more years.
Nah, y'all. I'm tired. Okay, all right. I love Tom Brady. It's a guilty pleasure of mine, bro. I'm a Tom Brady super fan, bro. I low key be, bro. When it was him against Peyton Manning, before it was an end of discussion, like it was back and forth, like okay, who was really better? Tom was my guy, but I can't keep watching this dude, bro. Like he needs to go home, bro. He needs to go home and be a father. He has to stop this. At some point, you gotta stop this, bro.
I wish I could remember
go be a father, man. Like, come on, man.
I saw one that was like, it was like documenting like how he's gonna get divorced, and then they started like there was like this guy like coming up with the chant, you know, like for presidential. They're like 4 more years, 4 more years.
This is ridiculous.
Like, baby.
Like, do y'all okay? As Bucs fans, do y'all know what y'all are doing, bro? Y'all are enabling this man to destroy his household, bro. Like, look, is that cool?
Bro,
y'all support that? Like, that's cool with y'all.
His marriage on us.
It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that.
G-Boss said it's bigger than that.
It's bigger than that.
Football is the Bucs are bigger than that marriage.
Bro, this man would.
Nah, but for real,
this man said it's bigger than that, man.
Yeah. This is Greg right now. This is Greg. Greg is the Bucs are bigger than the supermodel that has grossed more than any supermodel in the history of supermodels.
Like, listen, you can find plenty of supermodels, bro. You can only win Super Bowls for so long, bro. Fuck it, man. Get these Super Bowls, man. You know what it is. Yeah, Greg, you already know.
Nah, but for real, all jokes aside, though. I think it played a part, but I don't think that's the main thing, bro. Like, even outside of football, that man got other shit going on. She got shit going on. Now, she put shit on hold now. Let's keep, you know, everybody know that. But at the same time, it's like, I think it's other shit outside of football that made them split up. It ain't my business, but at the same time, you know.
Yeah, bro. Listen, bro. We men, we're all men. We understand. Like, Rod has been single and mingling. He gonna do that for life, bro. Shout out to you, Rod. You know what I'm saying? More power to you. But the three of us, I'm in a relationship. James is married. GMOB, you have a child. Like, we've all dealt with women on a level, so we understand. Like, this comes with sacrifice, commitment. And we just some regular dudes. Think about being Tom Brady. Like, think about being Tom Brady. Like, one of the things that I think she finally had to accept is that not his mama, not his daddy, not her, not his kids. He will never love them the way he loves playing football, bro. That's just facts. Like, that's just facts.
100%, dog.
That is his one true love, bro. Everything else comes second to that, bro. Even his own kids. If he loves football more than his own kids, bro, what is that? You know he loves it more than you, Giselle, bro. You dealt with it. You dealt with it for as long as you could, and she just don't want to put up with no more, bro. I understand, dog. This man chose playing football over his family. That's crazy to me, dog. Like, allegedly. Allegedly.
It ain't as crazy as you think, though.
So you're 100% on the right track, though. Again, like I get a lot of this from my wife, but this one I actually saw myself, and like there was this random ass post about like it sucks to be in a relationship where your partner doesn't care about the same things you do equally or something like that. And Giselle actually like hands like commented on that.
Oh yeah. Whew.
And so it's like, y'all, if y'all need speculation, like yes, she didn't say like fuck Tom Brady and the Buccaneers like next to it, but if you're trying to extrapolate what that means, it's clearly what you just said. She wants him to spend more time with her and the kids, which I mean, if you're being objective and we're not talking about football here, it's like she has a point, but hey, no, fuck that, go Bucs.
Oh, hey, bro, hey, y'all not gonna believe this. Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this?
Y'all ready for this?
2-0.
Nah. Carson Wentz is 5 for 14, man. He lighting it up. That boy lighting it up right now, man.
That is a basketball shot line, bro. That's crazy. Quarterback should never have a basketball shot line.
Have that. That's what it looks like when Steph Curry has a bad day from shooting threes, bro. That's what his stat line looks like right now, dog. This is atrocious, man. All right, so I got a 0 from GMOB. I got, well, I think you said a 3, James, on the panic meter. All right, so to what you were saying, GMOB, the reason why you're not panicking is because you don't really feel like there's no competition in the NFC side of football anyway. You know what I'm saying? So that actually brings me to our fourth topic, man, which is the NFC Outlook. How do you guys feel about the NFC as a whole, right? Like, Rod, you're an AFC fan, bro. So you might as well just stay over there in your little AFC corner, bro. This for the big dogs. We finna have this discussion, bro. You can chill, you can roll up, do what you got to do. Let the big dogs eat. You know what I'm saying?
Actually, you did. You speaking some good. You know what? Yeah. I will say AFC over NFC all day, boy. Gotta know.
All right, man. So NFC Outlook, man. How do you guys feel about the NFC? You know what I'm saying? We're NFC fans. I'm an NFC East fan. You guys are NFC South fans. But I can say this, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? It's my opinion ultimately, but I do think like it's a correct opinion. The NFC isn't the strong conference at all. Like, say what you want about the NFC East, but top to bottom, it's a lot of mid. So I see why you say that you're not panicked at all, GMOB, because what is there to be panicked about? Like, as long as you make the dance, as long as you make the playoffs, you straight. And it should not be a problem to make the playoffs in this NFC, bro.
100%. See, well, as the season goes on, we're going to get healthier. And I don't care what you say about who's going to make it much better. It's a difference when you have a team that gels together. It doesn't matter sometimes of the quality. I mean, not the quality. It doesn't matter the caliber of the player sometimes. But when you gel with a certain player a certain way, that's what matters. And when we're healthy, our team, we gel. We good. I'm not worried about our team at all.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, like you said, outside of the NFC East, there's really nobody else. And when I say the NFC East, I really mean Cowboys and the Eagles.
All right, so you don't think the Rams could get better? You don't think the Vikings, Packers, like
when it comes to the Rams are who they are, man. It's just certain teams that just got their number. Like, they're not as good as they was. They're gonna make the playoffs, but I don't see them like doing no damage.
All right, what about you, James?
So, yeah, like you're saying, right now, AFC is definitely a stronger conference, and as long as we get in the dance, we might win it. We might get to the Super Bowl. With all that being said, we're starting week 6 right now, so we got a long ways to go. And teams can definitely change. That's an awesome thing about football is like it's not a super long season in terms of tons of games, but it's still there can be a lot of change. So honestly, outside of, like you said, the NFC East, the Eagles and the Cowboys, the Vikings and the Packers in the NFC North, and the 49ers and the Rams in the NFC West. Those are the only teams that I think have any potential of actually going somewhere in this season. The Rams, honestly, don't look that great right now. The Packers, to be honest, they're sort of like a bizarro version of the Bucs. They don't have the same strengths or weaknesses, but they're not giving us the same sort of effort week to week. And the Vikings, I think they're kind of honestly fool's gold right now. I'm not. Them and the Giants they may be 4-1. Congrats to them. I'm not very confident in the Vikings or the Giants. The Eagles and the Cowboys are legit. Oddly enough, people expected the Cowboys offense to be, like what sort of led them. their defense is real. Their defense is gonna make problems for people. The Eagles are a great team as well. So, to be honest, 49ers, Eagles, Cowboys, I think are the only real teams in the way of the Bucs right now.
It's funny how things
can 49ers D is special.
Yeah, the 49ers D is special. RD, my Cowboys D is special. Like, it's one of those things where it's crazy how it goes back and forth because the NFC was stronger last year. It was stronger last year. And then practically the same teams. The teams aren't that much different. Mm-hmm. And Jesus Christ, bro. Like, they just fell off the map, a lot of these things, bro. So I don't really respect a lot of teams. It's gonna be interesting when it comes down to it. But you know what? You guys kind of led me to the next topic anyway, bro. So topic number 5. Let's think about this on a macro sense. NFL. Hold on. Oops. Contenders, pretenders. Who is cap? Who is legit? Who ain't about that life? Who do y'all think? We could get the ones that we know for sure. Bills and Chiefs. Bills and Chiefs for sure.
Boom. You can throw the Eagles in there. They're 5-0. They've earned it.
Okay, so I was going to ask about the Eagles. I'm going to ask y'all. They're a contender to you. GMOB.
I think.
No, go ahead. Oh,
yeah, I was going to say, they're 5-0. They've earned it. I did not expect them to be as good as they are. Even if they've kind of had an easy schedule, you can argue that. If they're 5-0 at this point right now and they're playing like they're playing, I don't expect them to, continue to run the table and be like, 14-3 at the end of the season. I don't expect something like that. I expect them to fall off a bit and kind of fall back down to earth. Maybe the Cowboys end up, taking them. There's only one game difference between them right now, So whether or not the Eagles are first in the NFC East throughout the year or anything like that, I still see a very strong team in both the Cowboys and the Eagles. But the Eagles I would throw in there simply because the way their offense is running right now between running, I did not expect Miles Sanders to be like one of the leaders of the league in rushing yards. And he's running the ball pretty well. They're throwing the ball well. They can rush the passer really well. They have 2 of the best man corners in the league in Darius Slay and James Bradbury. They're legit. They can contend.
Rod, perfect timing, man. You really know how to roll up a blunt. You lined up with the universe perfectly, bro, because we're on topic 5 right now. NFL contenders, NFL pretenders. So we got the Chiefs and Bills, obvious contenders. We're not even going to discuss them. James said the Eagles are contenders. I'm kind of iffy on that. So Eagles, contenders and pretenders. And we're just going to list the teams.
I mean, I won't be long on this. I'll say they're contenders. I mean, at the end of the day, bro, to go 5-0 in the NFL, no matter who you're playing, I mean, that's not an easy thing to do. Now, we've seen cases of 5-0 teams, like, start off hot and then like the Denver Broncos some years ago started 5-0, finished 8-8. So, that's always in the cards. But when you look at their schedule, who they're playing, the whole division schedule, like, you guys are going to feast on a lot of teams that you're just better than, especially on defense. And the one thing I got to say about the Eagles, too, and what's interesting about you guys' matchup with them is that Pro Football Focus ranks the Cowboys as the best pass rushing defense, and they rank the Eagles as the best pass blocking offensive line. They have a great offensive line. And when you look at the Eagles, they don't have a lot of weaknesses because the weakness coming into the season was Jalen Hurts, and he's been playing like one of the better quarterbacks in football. So I'm going to give the Eagles their props. I think they're a contender. I'll give it to them.
GMOB.
I've been hollering Eagles and Cowboys this whole thing, so they definitely a contender to me. I like the way they run the ball. The offense has been smooth so far. The defense been stepping up, so you can't deny. Even though it's been a lot of bad football, you can't deny 5-0.
All right, we're gonna stay with you, GMOB. Cowboys, contenders or pretenders? And this is with Dak, because Dak is coming back. How do you feel? Matter of fact, I got it even better. I got it even better. Contender, pretender with Cooper Rush. Contender, pretender with Dak.
So honestly, I think y'all are contenders. It's on to me. It's only like 8 teams, 7, 8 teams that I feel are real contenders. Cowboys, the Eagles. Of course, we already know the other two. So, you know, I think y'all are contenders.
All
Even
right.
though I'm not sold that the offense is better on which quarterback. I just don't know who the offense operates better with.
Stop.
Honestly, my personal opinion.
Wait, what
I
are we
don't.
doing, man? Come on, man.
I don't.
Greg, Dak Prescott the past 2 years has been one of the most, bro, like their offense has been like number one. What do you mean? Cooper Rush is a clear game manager. They had a bad game against a good defense. That's it. That's all.
Bro, like I said, I don't personally know who's the offense operates better.
The offense definitely operates
I didn't
better.
say who was the better quarterback.
The offense definitely operates better with Dak Prescott. We are incredible. I think what you're trying to say is is the team better for it if the offense operates better? Does that make us a better team?
I will say this to Greg's point. You guys are more willing to run the ball because you know Cooper Rush is limited. And I think if you can incorporate that with the prolific passing attack that you now listen, y'all had Amari Cooper the last few years, and he was a big part of that offense. But I mean, you see what your offense has been able to do, even with CD, with Noah Brown. I mean, dude, like, listen, I think you guys. I don't think it really matters the quarterback. No, you know what? I'm not even gonna say that because with Cooper Rush, at some point, he's gonna be challenged. He's gonna face a challenge that Dak can overcome. The question for Dak is, can he overcome himself? Because he just seems to have like oddly weird bad games. But otherwise, I mean, when you look at the totality of the Cowboys with your rushing attack and Dak being back and being able to unlock the most out of the offense, nah, you guys contenders, bro.
Hold on, real quick. All right, we got some people in here, bro. We want comments. Comment. You watching? Comment. We here. We putting your comments live on the stream, man.
Don't be
Leave
scared.
some comments, man. Don't be scared. Drop some hearts. Drop some drop some likes, man. Go ahead, bro. Back to the conversation. Eagles, Cowboys, contenders, pretenders, James.
So, I will say, because of how solid their defense is, they're absolutely contenders. Without going into it too long, what's the record with Dak Prescott this year?
We're 0-1.
Hey, what's the record with Cooper Rush?
This mother effer, man. We're 4-0 with Cooper Rush, man. You son of a B. What this guy doing, Rod? What this guy trying to get at, man? What this man doing?
I'm not trying to seriously say that Cooper Rush is a better quarterback, but what I am trying to say is I think the team sort of like came together and they're just like, we didn't do what we feel we can do against the Cowboys. And when Dak went out, they're like, we got extra reason to do it now. And even with Cooper Rush in there, I don't think that what Rod and Greg said, I don't think it's a bad point. Y'all have a really good passing offense, but the Cowboys might be better as like a run first screen game, running back focused offense. They may be better, especially if you're mixing a whole lot of Zeke and Tony Pollard. They may be a more dangerous team that way.
All right, man. So I actually got the NFC. I'm gonna just go ahead and name some teams off the top, man. You know what's, and this is a little off the script. The way they talk about the Seahawks, bro, you think they were 4-1, bro. They 2-3, dog. They be acting like Geno's really actually like they winning games or something, bro. Like, what is this, bro? They 2-3. You know
what it is, Herb? The expectations for the Seahawks were so low that nobody expected that they could deliver an exciting brand of football. Like, no matter what you want to say about the Seahawks, almost all their games have been great. Like, it's just like they've had some fun games, but we all expect Geno to come right back to earth. You know what I mean? At some point.
Hey, yeah, I was gonna say we about to be we in week 6 now. Geno lead the league in passer rating. This shit is crazy.
Absolutely, bro.
The
This
NFL,
Bizarre
goofy
world,
right now.
man.
we in another timeline right now, bro.
All right, man. I would ask if y'all think the Packers. I mean, not the Packers, the Vikings are contenders, but that's me just trolling, bro. Y'all don't, right? Yeah, okay. All right.
Contenders.
We not even gonna waste our time with that one, bro.
Especially if you watch them play, they're pretenders.
They 4-1 and nobody respects it, bro. That's hilarious, dog. All right, man. Packers, contenders, pretenders.
No.
James, starting with you.
Pretenders.
So, they're not a team that I think is going to go the distance this year simply because they don't have the roster. Do they have Aaron Rodgers? Is Aaron Rodgers going to make a lot of wide receivers and tight ends look really good? Absolutely, because that's what he does. That's what Aaron Rodgers does. So, yeah, they'll probably be first in the NFC North eventually. And even if they're not, even if they're second, they'll probably make the playoffs as a wild card team. I mean, it's weird for the Packers to be a wild card team, but they'll probably make the playoffs. But I don't think they have the depth on offense. They do have two really good running backs in Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon, and that's built for, cold, November, December football. And they have a much better defense than you'd think. Again, that doesn't seem to be a thing, like Green Bay, good defense, but they actually do. With all that being said, if they had a better roster on offense, because again, when it's a contender-pretender, you're talking Super Bowl. Are they going to beat the Bucs? Are they going to beat the Eagles? Are they going to beat the Cowboys? I don't think so. So it's hard for me to say, but pretender.
Oh, my turn. I'm gonna be honest. If I have to grade the Packers as a contender or a pretender, for now I gotta call them a pretender. And the reason why is because I just never like when a team just struggles to win all the time. Like they had that game against the Giants in the bag. You let Daniel Jones, a Daniel Jones led offense, really a Saquon Barkley led offense, but you let Daniel Jones bust a comeback on you. You scored nothing in the second half. I feel like Aaron Rodgers' unwillingness. I don't want to say that. Let me rephrase. I feel like the lack of chemistry that the Packers have in the passing game, that's something that could be corrected. But just based on what we've seen, I just can't. I just don't feel if the Packers get into the playoffs, I think they're one and done. And if I think you're one and done, and that's just right now, right? We have a whole season left. But if you're one and done, you're not a contender. That's just my thoughts. Herb?
All right, man. For me, yeah, they pretenders, bro. Like they've been pretenders for the past 15 seasons, bro. We just haven't acknowledged that. Like the Packers have been pretenders, not contenders, for the past 15 seasons, or not 15 seasons, for the past 10 seasons. 10 seasons. They won in what year did they win? 2012, right? Or 2010. Am I correct? 2020 is when they won. Oh shit! I think we lost Rod. But yeah, the Packers have been contenders for the what, since 2010. Like, I mean, pretenders since 2010. Like, we think the Packers are gonna do more than they're actually gonna do, and they always let us down, bro. Like, they always let us down. They always flame out. They won a Super Bowl in 2010. What they do? They went 15-1. The following year, 2011. What they do? What did you do? They've been pretenders for 10 years. Nobody wants to acknowledge that because they have Aaron Rodgers. Pretenders, bro. Ain't even gonna entertain that, dog.
Hot take.
Nah, man, it's the truth. Bro, listen.
No, you know what though? To Herb's point, it is weird because the primary reason is weird. I'm a Dolphin fan, so this is how it feels to me. It's like Aaron Rodgers is a Dan Marino who got one ring because he should have won more. Like when you're a great quarterback, like that, like when you're as great as he is.
Not even okay, Rod. And sorry to cut you off. Not even that you should have won more. You should have been to more Super Bowls. Aaron Rodgers and Trent Dilfer have played in the same amount of Super Bowls.
And Matt Stafford and Joe Flacco and Cam Newton And like, bro,
Ben
like,
Roethlisberger has been to multiple Super Bowls, bro. He's been to 3 of them.
Eli Manning went to 2 and won 2.
Eli Manning went to 2 Super Bowls, man. What are we doing?
Russell Wilson got 2 back to back.
Hey,
Like,
what are we doing? What are we doing? They have been pretenders masquerading as contenders for the past decade, and nobody wants to actually acknowledge it. They are pretenders, bro. They've been pretenders this entire time, man.
Part of the reason they looked sorry.
No, go ahead.
I would say part of the reason they look the role of contender, and I feel this is kind of changing a little. I want to emphasize a little. There's been a really weak NFC North for a really long time. The Bears, the Lions, of course. The Vikings have been like easy pretenders, where it's like, oh, they got, for a while, they had a few years where they had the best wide receiver duo in the league with a younger Adam Thielen and Stephon Diggs. Yeah, Justin Jefferson is hot now, but Adam Thielen's on the backside of his career. I'm not saying he's bad, but he's not like, he was really good for a while. But the Vikings aren't gonna blow you away anymore, even though they're 4-1 right now. The Bears, I mean, look at them. I feel bad for Justin Fields. That's a whole different conversation. The Lions, man, they're an easy team to root for, though. I mean, like with Dan Campbell as the coach, he'll get you fired up. And then they're scoring all those points, but they can't seem to win a game. I mean, but I appreciate that the division seems to be trying to be more competitive. But like I said, the Packers have been able to feast on an easy division for a long time.
All right, man. So last team from the NFC before we go to the AFC side. Let me see here. We ain't going to do the Bucs. We already know how we feel about them. The 49ers, man. The 49ers. So, contenders.
They are they've gotten to the Super Bowl with Jimmy G before. Is kind of where I'm going to lead that, because I'm not trying to say that I think Jimmy G is an amazing quarterback, game in, game out.
Oh, he's far from it. He's far from it. Yeah.
But with that being said, the team around him is deep. I like the team around him a lot. If Trey Lance isn't, I honestly I don't know if like that's been announced, but like, do we even know exactly how hurt he is?
Oh, he gone. He gone for the whole season.
For the year.
Yeah,
he's out for the year. So my bad. I totally missed that. So it's Jimmy G show now. All we have is Jimmy G.
Yes.
It's like I feel. I'll put it this way. I'm worried. Like I'll feel dumb calling them a pretender, but I don't feel at this point like they're better than some of the other teams we've mentioned that are contenders. I do think they're borderline.
No. This is where we're going to disagree. I'm looking directly into the camera when I say this. Any team that employs Jimmy Garoppolo is a pretender. I don't care if they win a Super Bowl. They could win 5 Super Bowls. They are pretenders. They will always be pretenders. Like, get out of here with that, man. Get out of my face with that, man. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm so sorry. I can't bring myself to do it. I've watched this man for the better part of half of a decade, bro. The irony is the 49ers are only good with Jimmy G, and he is their biggest deterrent, bro. It's the most crazy thing because, little known fact, the head coach, what's his name? I'm so bad with names, bro. Head coach for the 49ers. Kyle Shanahan does not really have a great record, and he has a losing record when Jimmy G is not his starting quarterback. But Jimmy G is the biggest reason why they lose critical games, bro. Never have I ever seen an NFL damned if you do, damned if you don't situation like the 49ers are when they have Jimmy G at the helm, bro. Because he could manage a game. He is the inverse of a game manager, bro. He has game manager talent, but gunslinger mentality, bro. You can't have both, bro. It can't be both, bro. Like, you cannot do both, bro. And he is the microcosm of that, bro. He doesn't have the talent to get away with stuff, but he acts like he's Brett Favre in '96, bro. What's wrong with this man, dog? Like,
Yeah, but he's got the smile.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, let's go over to the American Football Conference, man. Pretenders, contenders, Bills, we already said that. Chiefs, we already said that, man. So I want to start with this team. And this team has been the bane of my life, my entire life, bro. Going back to Dan Fouts, followed by Phillip Rivers, and now with Justin Herbert, bro. The Los Angeles Chargers, bro. Are they a contender or are they a pretender? What are they, bro? I can't make any sense of them, bro. Rod, go ahead, man. It's on you.
Woo! If I had to pick, I'm going to say that they are contender, and I'm going to tell you why. It's a simple reason. It's because they got the guy, right? Like Justin Herbert has proved that he is in the upper echelon of quarterbacks in the NFL. He's incredibly fun to watch. His tape is great. And when you watch him play, even without Keenan Allen, there's still a functional offense. He can put up 340 yards. You add the run game to it. They've had some injuries, and that's what always holds them back. And Brandon Staley is a bit of a wild card of a coach, but at the very least, I can envision them going to a Super Bowl. I don't know if they win it, but if you can get to the Super Bowl, you're a contender to me. And they gotta get them in the playoffs. Like last year, we got treated to Derek Carr in the playoffs. We don't need to see that anymore. Let me give me some Justin Herbert in a critical clutch situation like he was in that game. That, you know what I mean? It's just I give them a shot, man. I will say that their defense has been real disappointing. With all the additions they had, you would think they'd be better. Maybe there's still time. J.C. Jackson, you're getting exposed, boy. Getting exploited. But other than that, I give him a chance. Justin Herbert is going to win them enough games to get him in the playoffs. And from that point, once you get in, you never know what happens.
Hold on. I got to do a little check-in with the game, man. This game is terrible.
Herb. Hold on, man. You didn't see that beautiful score? Man, listen, I didn't think that last week could be topped.
This is terrible, man.
But, man, like, what are we doing here, NFL?
This game is setting the NFL back, bro. Like, this is atrocious, man. This is a bad football, man. Chargers, man. James, contender, pretender. I mean, contender.
Yeah, but hey, reason to celebrate. There's 3 whole points scored in the Thursday night game, so yeah,
God,
3 whole points.
Rough.
Terrible.
But yeah, Chargers. So they have an amazing roster, a really good roster. Not to mention, probably, maybe, could be the best quarterback in the NFL. I'm not confident in saying that yet, but he's on his way.
No, we not after what Pat did the past 2 weeks. We're not doing that, man. We're not
there yet. But he keeps like getting close to putting himself in the conversation, and then it comes back down to but regardless, the Chargers have such a good team that's never been to the playoffs. And if that team goes to the playoffs, I have very little faith in their lack of experience compared to a team like right in their division, the Chiefs. Now, do I really hope that the Chargers make it to the playoffs and win a game this year? Absolutely. That would be great for the Chargers fan base. That would be great for the AFC as a whole. I mean, it'd be great if they beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, but it's not going to happen. Probably. I lived in San Diego for a little bit, so I know they're not the San Diego Chargers anymore. I know they're the LA Chargers, but it was weird to see a city that is like a mini LA in the sense that it's just a bunch of neighborhoods and a whole bunch of, you're from here. You can be from like here and here, and it's a completely different neighborhood. You're like 5 miles apart, but it's a different neighborhood. And I wasn't used to that being from Florida. But regardless, trust me when I say that the whole city seemed to come together a little bit more for the Chargers. It hurt them a bit and I'm being nice when I say a bit, I'm not going into it, when the Chargers left. I know because I was there and I voted for it. They had good offers on the table. I don't see how being second fiddle to the Rams is a better offer than what was on the table. But that's neither here nor there. The past is past. So the Chargers, I think, are pretenders because I don't think that they're going to be able to withstand some of the other real contenders in the AFC when it comes down to it. They've got an amazing roster, and I really hope they do something this year so that they can get some experience and maybe actually take that step to being contenders.
I mean, I'm with you, man. Like, they're a pretender, bro, because they're the Chargers, dog. We don't even need to talk about it, bro. They're the Chargers, bro. That's it. We that's one of the most snake-bitten franchises ever, bro. They're pretenders because they wear lightning bolts, bro. It was preordained. It was destined, bro. It was destined. You put on a Chargers uniform, you're a pretender, bro. It don't get deeper than that, man. All right, so this one is a little more tough to struggle with, bro, because on one hand, they have a player, a quarterback, a phenom, a talent, a force of nature that by himself makes them a contender, bro. However, they find a way to shoot themselves in the foot every freaking week. And that is the Baltimore Ravens, bro. It's hard for me to say they're not a contender because they have Lamar Jackson, bro. Like this man he's a creative player. He's doing everything he can to will his team to win.
Creative player.
And his defense or John Harbaugh is actively fighting against him, bro. They don't want to see him win, bro. What did the great philosopher Kodak Black say, bro? They don't want to see you win and want to see you in the penitentiary. That's what they're doing to Lamar Jackson, bro.
Yeah,
that's what they're doing to Lamar Jackson. So, Rod, man, we're going to start with you. How do you feel about the Baltimore Ravens? Are they contenders in your eyes or are they pretenders?
man. When it comes to the Ravens, I want you to think about this, right? They're 3-2. That's true. But if you really think about the story of their season, when you really think about the games they played, they've probably been in the lead all but maybe 8 minutes all year, up until maybe the Bengals game. I mean, this is a team that has dominated in almost all their games, but in 2 of their losses gave up epic comebacks. And my thing with the Ravens, they're a contender in theory, right? Because you have Lamar Jackson, who is an MVP, former MVP, who has been playing at a high level this year. But do you trust them? That's what I'm asking myself. And I don't trust the Ravens, not yet. I trust the Chiefs. I actually trust the Bills because what happened to the Bills in the playoffs in one of the greatest, most epic playoff games ever was just Mahomes magic, as people call it. But when it comes to the Ravens, I gotta see a little more. They gotta show me something. And their defense at times can be so suspect. And I know it's just really impossible to win when you have, like Herb said, your coach on one hand, you got the defense on one hand, and they're shackling you. Like, you can't do it all by yourself. And Lamar does it better than anybody right now with receivers you never heard of. But I gotta call them pretenders, dog. I gotta see it to believe
it. James, what you got? And hey, guys, I'm gonna take a little second. I gotta get some juice real quick, but go ahead, y'all boys got it.
So the Ravens, like you said, Rod, they're only 3-2. But I honestly not in the same areas. I kind of see them similarly to the Bucs, where right now what we're seeing from the Ravens is not even their best football at all. J.K. Dobbins still looks weak. You know, he does not look like he's at full strength. And with that being said, you know, J.K. Dobbins is supposed to be a major focal point of their offense, considering he can catch the ball, run the ball. Like, he's supposed to be huge in their offense, and he's not really doing a whole lot right now. And like you said, Rod, he's doing a lot with receivers he's never heard of. That's just on the offensive side of the ball. The defensive side of the ball, they just added JPP, and in his first game looked pretty decent, which felt awesome for a Bucs fan whose outside pass rush is lacking right now. It's like, yeah, that's great because we couldn't have brought him back. But anyways, he looked good. So I think this is one of those teams where the more that they get going, the more and healthier that they get, you're not going to want to play them later on in the year. They may not be playing their best football right now. They might not be playing contender football right now, but I think they're a contender this year.
No, I mean, James, you make some great points. That's why I started it with their contender in theory for me, because I mean, when you think about it, dude, it took the Dolphins, it took Tua having the greatest game of his career and them having busted coverages on defense. And it was more than that. Tua did a lot in that comeback, along with the Dolphins offense. But it took an incredible fourth quarter collapse on their part, and then another fourth quarter collapse against the Bills, in which it was a defensive struggle game. They were up 20-10 at the half. I mean, they made Josh Allen look as bad as he's looked all year. So when you think about it, my problem with the Ravens isn't necessarily the talent they have. What they have going for them is that John Harbaugh has been in these situations before. They will get healthier. They will get better. And, they have that going for them. I just don't know if I trust them against the upper echelon of the AFC. Not saying that they can't win. You know what I mean? I mean, if the Ravens make it to the Super Bowl this year, I'm not surprised, right? But can they get past the Chiefs? Can they get past the Bills? And everybody gets their moment, right? Lamar didn't get a chance to get to the playoffs last year because the Ravens had a tumultuous season. You know what I mean? They had a lot of injuries. He got injured. He missed like 6 games. So, last year wasn't their year. Can I see Lamar and the Ravens going on a run and going all the way? Yeah, I could definitely see it, but do I believe in it? Nah, I can't say I do.
Can I say there's breaking news? The Bears scored a touchdown.
40-yard pass, man. Let's go. Let's go.
But it only cost them a Justin Fields injury.
Oh my God! And I'm not laughing at the injury, bro. I'm just laughing at the Bears, bro, because they can't win, bro.
It doesn't look super serious. It doesn't look super serious.
All right.
He was all right. For a while, but it doesn't look super serious.
Okay, all right. Let's spit fire because we're running kind of long. I do want to preview the Chiefs and the Chiefs and the Bills. So we're gonna spit fire these last 2 games. I mean, last couple teams that I'm gonna name. You just say the name, contender, pretender. We're going on, bro. So, James, Browns, contender, pretender.
Pretender.
Rod.
Pretender.
Bengals. Rod.
Pretender.
James.
I want to like him, but pretender.
Pittsburgh Steelers. I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Come on. Come on, man. All right. Denver Broncos. I'm actually serious. I want to know what you guys say. Denver Broncos. James.
Pretender. I want to like him, but they're a pretender.
Herb, right. They've given me some of the worst offensive football I've seen in quite some time. If I said contender, I would be struck by lightning right now, bro. Completely.
All right, man. The NFL Twitter's love affair, bro. The Jacksonville Jaguars, man. Contenders or pretenders? James.
Nah, they're still a pretender.
Rod.
Pretender. All the way.
All right, and let's end it off with the AFC East, man. Rod, I'm gonna start with you. Dolphins.
Ooh, man, I would listen, bro. I would love to. I just want to see us win a playoff game, and just winning a playoff game don't make you a contender. They're pretenders, but if we are contenders, God, thank you. Finally, 25 years of pain gone away. But for now, I'm gonna go pretenders now.
James.
They do have the roster. They got the wide receivers. But unfortunately, those injuries at quarterback that could derail at least this season. Pretender.
And I'm not even gonna ask you, James, because I already know your answer, bro. But this one, I'm just doing this to annoy Rodney, bro. The New York Jets, right? Come on, you know they know. Gets in the round. Come on, say it, man. Number 2 in the division right now, man.
Hey, listen, it's F the Jets all day, 24/7, 365, 366 on leap years, man.
All right, man. Let's maybe we'll see if we still have time to do the Dan Snyder stuff, but I don't know about that. But I want to go ahead and finish off the show with the last topic of the day, man. And let's go ahead and preview the game of the week. Big game. Bills versus Chiefs, man. Huge game. I'm excited, man. So Bills versus Chiefs, and I'm gonna start with you, James. What do you think is gonna happen in that game, and what are you most excited to see?
So, if you look at how those 2 teams have been playing over, the first 5 weeks versus the last few weeks, the Bills have been the heavy favorite, and they've been getting everybody's best. The Chiefs, I'm not saying they weren't a favorite in the AFC. They certainly are. But they have adapted to a lot of change. And who's playing better football right now? I'm going to give a slight edge to the Chiefs. So honestly, I'm looking to see if the Bills can really, truly take that step up to really what we really expect of them, to just beat the crap out of even a good team, because they have that potential. If Josh Allen is going to continue to, basically, just sort of playing the under, it's like Josh Allen keeps playing amazing football. He's got to not play amazing football at some point in time, right? A team like the Chiefs, they've got to be the team to knock them off, right? I can see the Chiefs beating them, but I'm looking to see if the Bills can essentially continue to ascend and prove what I'm saying wrong.
Rod, same question.
So when it comes to the Bills Chiefs, I think not the most interesting thing, but something I found interesting was the fact that Vegas has the Chiefs as a home underdog. And that made me think, I was thinking to myself, like, man, if this game was in Buffalo, the Bills would be like a 5-6 point favorite. And when you really look at the tail of the tape, the Bills in the NFL this season, they are the team that blitzes the least amount of football. And when you're going up against an elite quarterback, one of the absolute best ways to neutralize an elite quarterback is to be able to rush with 4 guys, which the Bills do better than anybody. They got nothing but hogs on that defensive line, and they have depth. They rotate guys all the time. You rush with 4, you drop 7 back, and the Bills are better than anybody in the league at doing that. And the thing about the Chiefs is there's an element that they've had in the past that they don't have anymore. We got Tyreek. We got the Cheetah. Now, obviously, they've been a great offense without him, because Mahomes is an elite quarterback, the best quarterback in football, no question. But this game kind of plays into the Bills' hands, right? When you think about it, they don't mind Patrick Mahomes having to dink and dunk down the field. They just don't want any big plays. I think what the Chiefs have to do in this game, in order to make sure they claim the victory, they get success, I think the thing they have to do, they got to run the ball, because they can. They actually can run the ball. And the last time they beat the Bills in Buffalo, which was a couple of years back, they ran the ball for like 150 yards. The Bills have a really, really, really good defense. Their front seven is good. Their secondary is a little injured, but they've been holding it down. But when it comes down to it, I think the Bills have a really good shot in this game. I think they match up real well, because they have an offense that can go blow for blow with the Chiefs, and a better defense. The Chiefs don't do anything on defense that can stop the Bills. So I got to give the slight edge to the Bills, dog.
All right, so I'm going to ask you this.
Got to give it to them. God, this game is so terrible, bro. My goodness, bro. It is, dude, it's almost the fourth quarter. Like, bro, it's almost the fourth quarter, and it's 3-7. Like, bro, are we watching the Cubs play the Nationals right now?
All right. Go back over here, bro. Let me get a final score, man. Let me get a final score. What do you think is gonna happen? Final score, Bills and Chiefs.
Final score, Bills and Chiefs. I think Buffalo. Man, this is a tough one. You know what? Yeah, I think Buffalo's gonna go into Kansas City, and I think we're gonna get us a high scoring affair. Usually these games you expect a high scoring affair, and it ends up being not what you think. But I'm going for the gusto, man. I think the Bills in a thriller take the game 41-38.
Okay, all right. And James, how do you feel about the game, man?
So, like I said, I'm not saying on paper, or even from what we've seen, like Rod was saying, like the Bills defense is, playing really, really well, and they are deep up front, and so they can just put different dudes up front and just keep rushing, and that's absolutely 100% the way to have a winning formula against a quarterback that's really, really good in the pocket. So the Bills have what it takes to win this game, but I think the Chiefs are going to win, as Rod said, a high-scoring affair, 45-41. Yeah.
41, man. All right, man. I just hope it's a good game. That's all I care about, bro. Like, and I know it's gonna be a good game, bro, because Patrick Mahomes is doesn't. This man has been in the league since 2017. He's started since 2018. I can't think of a bad game that he's been in. Even if it's a bad game, it's an interesting game, bro. And it's gonna be another good game, bro. So, that's all I care about. I don't want to give a score if I had to. Bills. You know what? F it. I'm gonna do it. Bills 34 to the Chiefs 27. Why do we keep betting against the Chiefs? What have they shown us that we should bet against them in any game? Like, I don't know why I'm doing it, but I don't care. Bills, let's go. Let's go. All right, man. Any last word before we go ahead and close out shop, man?
Nah, man, I would like to say, man, well, you know, our boy GMOB, he ended up,
peace, man. RIP, dog.
he ended up breaking away early. But James, man, it was a pleasure to have you on the show, man. I hope you're welcome back anytime, bro.
Anytime, bro. We do
like,
this every Thursday, man.
Like, your passion is obviously on par with ours. Your knowledge, your insight, it's you know, we love guys like you, bro. Like, so you're welcome. Listen, you want to come back next week, bro? We got a seat right here for you.
Every Thursday, we here, man. So we live streaming for the rest of the season, man. It was a pleasure, as always, man. Go ahead. Any last words, James?
Well, I really appreciated being here. Thank you very much, Rod. Thank you very much, Herb. It was great being here. I would love to come back. This was a lot of fun. So yeah, like let's figure something out. But as far as last words for like the week or the season so far, I've really enjoyed a weird season so far.
It's been fun. It's been fun.
I can't believe some of the teams that are beating some of the other teams. If you were expecting this team to be good at the beginning of the year, it's like, nope. You know, a few teams that, you know, I definitely saw the Jaguars like arrow pointing up, like 100%, but I didn't see it pointing up to the point that they were like actually winning some solid games. Like they were, I think they lost the last game, but they were like 3-1. I think they're 3-2 now. But like I didn't necessarily expect the Jaguars to be 3-2, where the Bucs are also, you know, 3-2, and a lot of other teams were saying our contenders are like 3-2, you know. So it's been a weird season, but it's been fun so far, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it.
Yeah, man. Me and funny, by the way, the Jaguars are 2-3. You want to know why? Because their quarterback sucks. His name is Trevor Lawrence, bro. Yeah, F him. All right. I'm tired of this. They won a game against the Chargers. Whoop-de-doo, and everybody wanted to put them in the top 10. You saw what happened, bro. It's still the Jaguars, man. But forget all of that, bro. All jokes aside, James, it was a pleasure. Thank you so much, bro. You made the show 10 times better just being on with your knowledge, with your candor, with your experience, with your passion, like Rod said, with your enthusiasm and intellect for the game, bro. So it was a pleasure having you on. And again, you are invited anytime, bro. We do this every Thursday, man. So everybody else, man, checking out. Rod, man, checking out. James checking out. And I am checking out. B.Herbo. Deuces. See you next week, man. Week 7.
Adios.
Yes, sir.